You wake up, open your eyes, and reach for the phone. Before you even roll out of bed, your mind is already scrolling through yesterday's emails, yesterday's texts, and all the problems waiting for you today. Recalling those problems triggers a specific chemical response. Because every memory is tied to a person, a place, or a past event, the moment you remember them, your body is flooded with the same stress and anxiety you felt yesterday. Your brain starts the day functioning like an old tape recorder, forcefully looping past memories instead of planning a new future. This leads to a rigid morning routine. You get out of bed on the same side, grab coffee in your favorite cup, and drive to work the same way. You are moving through a highly predictable sequence of mechanical inputs. When 90% of your daily thoughts are identical to the day before, you inevitably make the same choices and repeat the same behaviors. By repeating this cycle, you are essentially rehearsing a future that looks exactly like your past. To understand why this loop is so hard to break, we have to look at the numbers. By the time we turn 35 years old, 95% of who we are is a memorized subconscious set of behaviors and emotional reactions. That leaves just 5% for your conscious mind. This is the part of you that sets goals. It's the part that says, I want to be healthy, I want to be happy, or I want to change. But those conscious desires are going up against a massive, stubborn machine. The body has spent decades memorizing how to feel stressed or unhappy, and it will continue to execute those pre-programmed routines regardless of what you consciously want. In this unequal tug of war, the subconscious program almost always wins. Without even realizing it, you have lost your free will to a background program that is simply running the script it was given years ago. If you try to break that routine and step into the unknown, your body reacts with immediate physical panic. This happens because the body has become addicted to its familiar chemical state. It would rather feel guilt or suffering because those emotions are predictable. To the body, the unknown is a scary place. Attempting to change is like trying to train a wild animal. You tell the body to sit still, but it rebels, thrashing against your control to return to the toxic comfort of the old self. It uses every tool available to stop you. Your nose suddenly itches. You remember an urgent task, a memory from 20 years ago. Your body is sending every signal it can to get you to give up and return to the routine. That internal resistance is your biology fighting to maintain its predictable chemical state. To the body, the unknown feels like a mortal threat, and it uses every distraction available to force you back into familiar territory. Accessing the subconscious operating system requires a way to bypass the analytical mind, and meditation provides that backdoor. Through the practice of meditation, you learn how to change your brainwaves. As your brain frequency slows down, you enter the operating system, where you can begin making fundamental changes. Before you can install new software, you have to clear out the old, corrupted data. This means identifying the traumas and habits that have been running in the background for years. This clearing process is like preparing a garden. You have to pull out the old plants from the previous year and aggressively uproot the weeds before you can even think about planting something new. Meditation requires the active, difficult labor of dismantling a lifelong emotional state. You are clearing the ground so that a different version of yourself can finally take root. Once the operating system is open, you can begin mentally rehearsing a new life. You visualize the person you want to be and the behaviors you want to demonstrate. Visualization alone is often insufficient. While thoughts are the language of the brain, the body remains stuck in the past unless it receives a signal it can understand. You must intentionally generate the specific emotion of your desired future. Feelings are the language of the body, and it is only through emotion that your body understands what your mind is telling it. Thinking about a new life without feeling the emotion is like having a router but failing to connect to the signal. The information isn't transmitted. But the moment you feel the emotion, you are connected and start downloading your future directly into your physiology. Because the brain does not know the difference between imagination and a real experience, you are installing the software of your future now. You no longer need to wait for wealth to feel abundant or a new relationship to feel love. This shift moves you from a mechanical state of reacting to the past into the role of a conscious creator. You are no longer a victim of your environment or your history. Breaking the routine liberates energy stored in old emotional habits. As you step into the unknown, you regain control over your nervous system. The challenge is to apply this daily practice for just 7 days. Commit to the meditation and the emotional rehearsal until you begin to notice your system rebooting. Consistent practice allows you to permanently rewrite your subconscious software. It ensures that your life is a deliberate design rather than a repeating echo of where